For the first time in a long time, businesses may have an incentive to stay in Fresno and the surrounding area, to locate in the San Joaquin Valley for the first time, and to retain their business here. Now, it's not often that we can say that, but for the first time, we have good news to report and an incentive for business expansion and economic development in the San Joaquin Valley and high unemployment areas throughout Northern California. And that is thanks to a proposed new rate that PG&E filed with the Public Utilities Commission 2 weeks ago. It's called the Enhanced Economic Development Rate. And let me tell you a little bit about how it works. Businesses that are in high unemployment areas in the PG&E service territory, which is a 22 county area, and certainly virtually every location in the San Joaquin Valley. Businesses that are 200 kilowatt users or greater would be incented to expand their business here, to keep it here in the first place, or to locate here in the first time, with an incentive discount rate of 35% if they expand by another 200 kilowatts of power usage or greater. This is such big news for Fresno County, for Madera County, for Kings County, and I'm joined by representatives from the business community from those 3 counties, as well as local mayors and county heads from Fresno, Madera, and Kings County. And, you know, I think this is a first for me as mayor of Fresno to be able to stand with so many mayors and local elected officials from a 3-county area, and it is a testament to what we think is really a powerful incentive program. And we're here today to urge the Public Utilities Commission to approve this rate. It was filed 2 weeks ago, and the approval process can be lengthy, but we urge the officials with the Public Utilities Commission to take this rate up as quickly as possible and to ensure its passage. Many, many people's lives are on the line, and we want to incent as much economic activity as possible in the high unemployment areas in the PG&E service territory. And I'd like for others to come and share their thoughts on this potential program.
Thank you, Mayor Sorensen. That's a lot of leadership that we have today. And the mayor bringing this proposal, bringing it to the attention of PUC. What does it mean to a city of Mendota, a small city here in Fresno County? Well, it means a lot, because it's another tool that we have to bring in or invite a big business or corporations to come into move into our area. It's quite an incentive, because that's what we need. We need spur jobs, we need growth, but we need programs such as this. So thank you, Mayor. I appreciate what it means, but believe me, it's going to work out in the long run. Thank you.
Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to represent Kings County and our economic development corporations here in the Valley. 47 years ago, our forefathers could not have imagined how difficult it is today to attract and keep business in California. 87 years ago, 1925, our California ancestors were just becoming aware of the incredible draw California was to become. How could they imagine that today we would have a campaign against carbon dioxide, a punitive regulatory environment, and a system which requires our electrical utilities to purchase the most expensive electricity for 1/3 of their generation's portfolio? All of which puts California at a severe competitive disadvantage. As an economic developer, I struggle with that daily. The county economic development corporations in the San Joaquin Valley have joined together to promote our valley as a superior location for business development to other California regions and other states. We've made recruiting trips to site selectors in the Bay Area, Southern California, Atlanta, Dallas, Phoenix, New York City. In fact, we've got a visit going to New York City coming up here very shortly. And many other states and locations to tell our story. California's reputation as a difficult location is gospel in the site selector community. The advantage we have in this valley is our cost of doing business compared to other locations within California. One of the most important costs when evaluating sites for a location is the cost of power. Right now, California and the valley are at a great disadvantage to other states. The enhanced economic development utility rate within PG&E's service territory should even the playing field for that part of California with its 12% rate reduction. The 35% rate reduction for the counties within the San Joaquin Valley is potentially a game changer. Our counties have made all the improvements in the business climate within their control, with the establishment of enterprise zones, recycling market development zones, foreign trade zones. In spite of regulations, taxes, and a myriad of other challenges, a reasonable cost of power gives our communities a better chance to compete. And I firmly believe that's the chance we need to bring prosperity to this beautiful valley. Thank you very much for your attention.
It wasn't till just recently that Reedley was the third largest city in Fresno County. So having over 30% unemployed is very significant. Unfortunately, the future doesn't promise very much hope of our economy recovering soon. The closing of 5 large packing houses in our community was devastating, both locally and globally. Our rural communities are some of the poorest in the nation. I work with many families who are being affected by the lack of jobs. Families continue to lose their homes. As families become desperate, homelessness, domestic violence, and criminal activity increases. Jobs can restore the hope and the dignity that has been lost. We owe it to our communities to help bring back to a state of opportunities, both industrially and commercially, that we can feel proud of. The enhanced economical development utility rate will be the jump start we need to restore the future of our great Central Valley. Thank you.
Mayor Swearingen, for your leadership on this and bringing together regional leadership. And right now, we need to come together as a region and work together on things like this, because we all hover around the 20 to 30% unemployment rates. The city of Madera is anywhere between 20 and 25%. We don't have an enterprise zone. Without arrows for our quiver like this, we won't be able to compete. I've already spoken with many of our manufacturing industry, and they're excited about this. You know, we've lost some manufacturing to Texas when we can't get through an air quality board, and they go there and the lieutenant governor meets them at the airport and says, how quickly can we get this in? We need to act fast in California, and I urge the CPUC to act fast on this, because this is what's going to get our road to recovery going. So thank you again, and I hope this gets through quickly.
You know, in the soft economy, businesses of all sizes are looking for ways to become more efficient, and where possible to be able to cut costs. Because that we live in a very unique geographic area, we tend to pay higher utility and energy bills than the rest of our state. Thus, the cost of living, as a rule, is higher if you locate in the Central Valley. This proposal by PG&E and the City of Fresno has put together another opportunity, just another opportunity for qualifying current businesses as well as businesses that would move into our area to get a break on their energy rates. After all, 35% is a huge number for any business. Making business healthier means making more jobs. And when we have more jobs, particularly in a very abnormal unemployment area that we have here, we have more taxes for the support of core services for our governments, and of course then we have a better quality of life. As an organization that represents many of the business community and other chambers throughout our valley, the chamber would like to lend its support to this effort and urge that the Public Utility Commission approve this project at its earliest convenience. At the same time, we want to commend the City of Fresno as well as PG&E for coming together to try to find other ways in which business can become healthier and make for a more vibrant economy in the area in which we live. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I also want to acknowledge City Council President from the City of Fresno, Clint Olivier. We have Reedley City Manager Nicole Ziba, who is here, Mendota City Manager Crystal Halnatsky, and also Lemoore Mayor Willard Rodarmal. Let me say that again. Lemoore Mayor Willard Rodarmal. And then also want to recognize the city manager from the City of Madera, David Tooley, Esther Cuevas from Fresno EDC, Tate Hill from the Fresno Metro Black Chamber has joined us, and then Pete Weber representing the Partnership for the San Joaquin Valley, who is also here in support. And I just want to mention that many of these entities, and officially the City of Fresno, Sanger, Stockton, Reedley, Fowler, Lemoore, Madera, Mendota, Coalinga, and Clovis, Congress, as well as the County of Fresno, County of Kings, County of San Joaquin, County of Madera have all signed on in support of the city's filing in support of this application. And then also we have support letters from the Partnership for the San Joaquin Valley, the Fresno EDC, the Fresno Chamber, and the California League of Food Processors. And that list is growing daily. I mentioned earlier that this proposed economic rate would benefit 22 counties, so it's not even just a valley initiative, but in fact all of Northern California. And then those not affected by high unemployment would continue to experience the existing economic development rate of a 12% discount. And none of this would be possible but for the responsiveness of PG&E, so we certainly want to thank them for heeding the call of those of us in the San Joaquin Valley who are asking for help to do something different and really break through and break out of business as usual and try to incent economic activity in Fresno and the San Joaquin Valley.